My stepmother was a brilliant broker and owner, and basically brought me up, and so as a result I knew business, and she dealt more commercial with Saul Goldman and the Urises and the Tishes, and real estate back when was a smaller business. There weren't 97,000 brokers and 97,000 firms. Certain buildings were quote-unquote difficult, and you knew certain people, for whatever reasons, couldn't pass the board. They might have had the finances, they didn't have the education. They didn't know people in the buildings. Way back when, and to a degree now, buildings are clubby. If you didn't know people, it was difficult. You had to almost have to be introduced in a very nice way. They're lovely and charming. If the broker knew people, said, these are wonderful people, they'd be an asset to your building, meet them and sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. Certain buildings, it was where in Europe your family came from. Germany, very acceptable. You know, German fine, absolutely, and France acceptable, and England and Italy. Slovenia, if there was such a couple, no, you know, we don't know anybody who was from there, other than maybe if there was a royal family or whatever else, and they were difficult. And then some people made a business out of writing reference letters for people they didn't know because they would help them get into a building and they'd make money that way. You know, there are an awful lot of people long on background and short on cash. But everything is forever changing. I sell now, and I've sold commercial in the South Bronx. Who would have ever thought? Brooklyn's become too expensive, and so has Queens. So, like in cities in the Midwest where the railroad station, there's no more railroads, so they turn the high-ceiling railroad stations into apartments. People are in the South Bronx now. And my creativity comes from real estate. You know, putting a deal together is not easy. Convincing rather than pressuring people, and having them trust you, because it takes a lifetime to build a reputation, and it takes one nasty thing and you're out like Flint.